Kopacki Rit is in the east of Croatia. Stretching out across the Pannonian lowlands, this is one of Europe's most extensive and important wetlands. This is where one of the largest and oldest river forests to be found anywhere along the Danube grows. Over 260 different species of bird live here all year round, some of them in huge colonies. For about 3 months of every year, large parts of the forest are flooded by seasonally rising water. This is a great crested grebe with its recently hatched chick. Life just couldn't get any better. While sitting comfortably and securely on the back of one parent, the other feeds it a small fish. But against its wishes, the chick has to take a swim now and again. Although the chick is able to swim and dive as soon as it hatches, a ride on a parent's back is always preferred. But when both parents are busy, the chick won't get its own way. Another freshly caught fish keeps it happy for a while. But that's it. Enough swimming for one day. Persistence will always win in the end. At last, the chick can snuggle down between its mother's wings once again. For the moment, Kopacki Rit seems like paradise. But danger still lurks, though. For once, this was a war zone. During the Croatian War in 1991, the front line went straight through this area. Large tracts of the wetlands were mined. Most of the mines have now been cleared, but some were never found, and they can be moved by the floodwaters from place to place. A zone declared safe today could be... It's a paradox of war. Keep people out, and nature returns. The Kopacki Rit forests were once a hunting ground for the Habsburgs, and then later for high-ranking Yugoslav politicians. Since the mines were laid, the hunters have stayed out. And so, undisturbed by people or mines, all other life flourishes. There are over 40 species of fish in these wetlands, and their abundance helps maintain the densest population of white-tailed eagles anywhere in the Balkans. Few animals would dare to try and steal a white-tailed eagle's catch, but a wild boar is not just any animal. If anyone is brave enough or foolish enough to wander into Kopacki Rit despite the risk of the mines, they'd be wise to follow the boars. With a sense of smell so well developed that a boar can find even the smallest of buried truffles, strange-smelling mines are no problem to avoid. And in fact, the trails and clearings used by the wild boars are reliably mine-free. To the south of the wetlands of Kopachki Rit are the barren and windswept tablelands of Tikvesh. This is Macedonia, and Tikvesh is now the Balkans' last stronghold for vultures. Situated near the border between Macedonia and Greece, these mountainous tablelands are inhospitable, desolate, and almost uninhabited. Clouds move ominously across a landscape stretching to infinity, where the boundary between sky and earth becomes blurred. Few animals fit the image of this bleak landscape better than these. Griffon vultures in particular like to live in these rocky mountains, where the thermal updrafts can carry them up high with little effort. They rise in small groups until they reach about 1,000 meters, and then they circle, scanning an area of several hundreds of square kilometers until they spot a carcass. Griffon vultures normally live in large breeding colonies, building their nests on steep rock faces. These vultures were once widespread throughout the Balkans, but in the last 100 years they've been reduced to only a few breeding pairs. Toxic baits have helped to decimate them, but they've been hit even harder by the gradual disappearance of livestock. The vultures are carrion eaters, and each bird needs around half a kilo of meat each day. But now there are fewer carcasses of sheep, goats and cows which they can rely on. And to make matters even worse, there is competition. Even when in flight, vultures are constantly harassed by ravens. Intelligent birds, they learnt long ago that where vultures settle, there is also something in it for them. The vultures have spotted a dead cow, but a gang of ravens is already there. As soon as the vultures try to get to work on the carcass, the ravens start pulling at their tails. Bad table manners it may be, but an effective strategy to distract the vultures. And then, to make matters worse, a wolf turns up. The vultures have had enough, but the ravens hang around. And even the wolf has trouble getting rid of them. This desolate plateau is the last stronghold for the griffon vulture in the Balkans. Numbers have dropped, and in the hope that the population will recover, the birds are now fed on a regular basis. This is Skadasko Jezero, or Skadar Lake.